Okay, so I got the clips off. You saw that. The clips are off.
Got them off.
The axle nut is off. The next part is to get these two bolts off of here to get this bracket off.
Bolts
okay.
In the back. Here, you might want to get that behind there. You can get the bolts. So you can show them
that. You're gonna be able to see them, but the bolts are here, here, and here. And then after that, I'm gonna be hitting the actual other two bolts here and here. All right.
After this, you could probably bring this video to GM, and they'll probably hire you right down the spot.
I'm not. No. That's the work I got. All right. We good?
Yeah.
All right.
Pause it.
Yeah.
You good?
Okay. So to remove the actual piston.
What is that? What was
nice
that?
Big ass spider. To remove the, don't do it. Come on, focus, man. To remove the piston bracket,
yeah,
the caliber bracket, you need the size 21 millimeter. All right, pause it.
Shit, 20. All right.
And then once again, my trusty handy tool.
Extra
here.
grip. Don't cut your hands.
Now a lot
up.
of y'all probably say, well, how come you don't just use the socket, the gun? Well, if I use the gun, I run the risk of actually breaking anything off in there. So I use hand untightening because it's actually the best way. Now other people say, well, why don't you just use a breaker bar right here? Dude, a breaker bar is so fucking dumb. Like, use the freaking handle. A breaking bar is like right here. It's that short. This pole right here is so much longer. It makes the job so much easier because the leverage will give you more leverage. See, watch. See how hard that is? A breaker bar would never freaking do that. That's why you gotta do it real deal.
And without cutting yourself.
And like I said, if you weak, you don't do this job. Don't do this job. You ain't got no business doing it. Now it's easy from here.
It's not for you.
All right, you can pause it. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, brackets off.
Cool.
Okay. Now, I want you to take note real quick. Everybody always gets worried and panicky about this when you're doing like rotors, or you're doing axles, or you're switching transmission. Everyone's always worried that when you do your CV joint, is it far enough into the bearing? Look at the bearing right now. I haven't done anything. Look at the bearing. Get it close up in the bearing. See right here in the bearing, you can see that the CV joint is still far back. It's not that far in there. It's halfway in, but it's far enough, as you can see. Does everybody see that? You see that? You see how far it's in there? The CV joint's back there, and you can see still see the grooves of the bearing.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to get everybody that heads up, you know, so you don't start panicking when your job is done. You're like, is that far enough in there? Or that looks like it's too far back. I wonder if I did this right. So that's that. Okay. Usually you'd use a bungee cord, so I kind of like ghetto rig that. So, but hold on. Let me just get this off first, and I'll put it like how it was. Ta-da.
Boom.
All right. Let go. Let go. Okay. Now, the next thing everybody's always saying, like, oh, remove the CV joint and drop it down, and then you can take the bearings off. Bump that. I am not trying to spend the rest of my day doing a job. So I'll get the right socket for this. I'll tell you what it is in a second. Pause it. Unpause it. Is it on pause?
Good.
Is it on pause? Okay. Good. All right. So now this is a size 15 millimeter. I'm going to use for the bearing. Okay. Put this here. Excuse me. Put these back, as you see. It's always smart to put the brackets back. And I'm going to need a size 15 socket. Now, we talked about this earlier. It's stupid to sit there trying to do it with your hand, so we're going to put the post on it. CJ, can you hold the caliper for me, please?
Sure.
All right, and I'm just going to loosen. All right, everybody can see how I turned it to the side, and I just up. Once you get a couple times, you're good to go. All right.
Let me pause it.
Still recording?